Hey there, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine. Just checking out a little pop-up thunderstorm action here this afternoon. We got those going on right now here across the area, so nothing surprising. They typically happen, as we know, in the afternoon here along the Gulf Coast. Once again, it looks like I've got a bunch of folks joining in, so I'm going to go ahead and cut on over, show you where we're at. Hey, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine. This is for the weatherman, you know, just the fun stuff. 20% chance of rain, and I talked about all this morning, all last night, that we were going to see a couple of thunderstorms pop up. Most of us would miss out on the rain. Problem is, when a couple of those thunderstorms do pop up, they pop right up over some of our most populated areas, then a lot of folks end up getting rain, even though there's only a couple of storms out there. Pop-up thunderstorms. You can't exactly know exactly where they're going to go. I got this one here. It's going to go over Point Clear right now. So this is been a pretty good thunderstorm. There's another one over in Mobile County that just started a little while ago. This is only a 1 hour loop. And this one was just about nothing an hour ago. And I remember I was at my house, started pouring, and I looked at the radar and there was nothing on the radar yet. It's like I got the rain before the radar even started picking it up. And it lasted for about 5 minutes and it was done. Now that storm is actually built up to a decent storm around Hurley. Then we got this other one right now over Point Clear. I know a lot of folks probably joining. If you're joining right now, I bet you're coming in either from southern Mobile County or over in Baldwin County and just wondering where all this lightning and thunder is. So let's go ahead and zoom on in. Looking pretty tight here at Fairhope. So Fairhope, Point Clear. Looks like it goes right up to about 104 and then basically just stops after that. So Daphne barely getting any rain, but it's pouring once you get on 98 south of 104 going past Fairhope and Avenue all the way down to where the 98 makes that big bend in Barnwell. So pouring really heavily at Point Clear at the Grand right now. And a lot of lightning too. Although I am seeing, see all these dark blue? Those are the old lightning strikes around here around Fish River and County Road 32. Not seeing as many new lightning strikes here, so hopefully this is weakening a bit. There are pulse thunderstorms. They pulse up and then they pulse back down here for us, and that's that one. And then we have this other one still rumbling here around Grand Bay. So if you're checking in from Grand Bay, we still have a decent bit of lightning with this one. And most of it, though, now is over towards Hurley. So that's moving out of our viewing area over towards Hurley, where they're getting a good bit of lightning. Now, like I said, there's nothing else. I mean, that's it. I mean, the little shower here around Bay Minette, not a very big one. That one might grow, though, so we'll keep an eye on it. But you can see the rest of our viewing area, which is all this, nothing much. So isolated storms. And then they go right over some very populated areas. That's what happens sometimes. That's why I know a lot of folks, everybody they like the numbers. And when we do the long-range forecast, the numbers are, they fit. So you put 20% or you put 40%. But I always try to say, isolated or scattered because 20% doesn't sound like you're going to get any rain. But I was like, yeah, there's going to be some storms around, just not that many. And there they are. They're not that many when you look at our entire viewing area. It barely covers, probably covers right about 20% of our viewing, and maybe a little bit less than that will get rain. So we got some good ones though, right here over 98 in Fairhope. I'm going to go up a little north here. We got this one, Spanish Fort and Daphne. We got this one up here to Stapleton. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. That one might grow. Let me put the loop here on the high resolution. Okay, so what happened here? Check this out. It's you'll see what happens here. This storm kind of breaks off, and there's a little piece of it left over now up around Stapleton, around Highway 31. As it goes over the delta here, my thinking is it'll probably grow a little bit. So Saraland, you'll eventually get into that. Now, it looks like Mobile proper here inside of I-65, looks like it's mostly going to miss unless one of these little showers tries to pick things up. But they're very, very tiny at this point. You can see this one here just north of the causeway. Another one just coming off of Bayfront Park. Very, very small. They appear to be weakening, so probably not going to get a whole lot out of that. I would say if we're going to get anything, probably this one might try to grow a little bit. This one, obviously, pretty decent little thunderstorm. It's going to go directly across. Let me go ahead and pull that up. It's going to go directly across into Hollinger's Island, Bellefontaine. So, of course, you have a lot of folks down there at Dauphin Island right now because of the deep sea fishing rodeo. Looks like this will stay just to the north there, hopefully, not impact that. But I know there's people out in the bay right now. There is a marine warning in the bay right now because of this. There is a marine warning for Mobile Bay because of that storm. So hopefully folks will dodge it and get away from it. You don't want to be out on the water. So that's what we're looking at there. And let's see. All right, a lot of folks joining in. I appreciate it. Kay asked why we talk about Baldwin County so much. Because it's the second fastest growing county in Alabama, maybe the first fastest growing county. So we got to talk about Baldwin County. We got Mobile County, we got Baldwin County. We got a lot of folks, and right now that storm is in Baldwin County, so that's why we talk about Baldwin County. Fairhope right now is getting that heavy rain, a lot of lightning. I'm seeing some pretty good gusts and winds right outside of our window here at McGowan Park, and there's no storm nearby, so we're just getting the wind off these, which is great because that helps to cool things off. So let me go and see if I can't. Actually, let me pull up the. We'll see these. I can find the temperature. Ah, there we go. Sorry, it took me a second to find that there. Yeah, look at the difference. So we were on our way to the mid-90s, and these were very well timed here at around 3 and 4 in the afternoon because that's the hottest part of the day. That really knocked back our temperature. See, Daphne's down to 87, Mobile's is down to 81, so that's a definite improvement here for us. Let me get the. I'm gonna pull up another one here. See if I have it up. Sorry, I'm looking for another one of my temperature maps. All right, I can't find the one I'm literally looking for. But maybe this one will have a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more detail here because that's Fairhope, 73, Foley 78. So you can see what it does for the temperatures here. Wilmer's still 89. Gulf Shore is still 89. Areas that have not seen the rain so far. So we got these storms out there. They're helpful in that sense that they can help cool us off a little bit. And let's see. There it is. So we got 2 storms that are out there, or maybe 3. I can maybe count that one as its own little separate storm. This is about to work its way across the bay. It's not severe. There is a marine warning with this storm for the boaters out here in the bay, but there is not a severe thunderstorm warning on land. Not that strong. This one over actually around Hurley has a lot more lightning with it. This one seems to be weakening a little bit. The lightning is getting older, and there's only a few new strikes in here. So this one is weakening a little bit. I'm just kind of going on and on about it because I know a lot of folks are checking in just to see, you know, they're hearing the thunder, you're hearing the thunder and wondering where this thing is at, where it's going. I'm going to put up a little line for you so you can see what we're looking at. It's going almost due west. And it's moving at a pretty decent clip. So this is what it's going to do. It's going to work its way across the bay. Should be an Alabama port here. What now? It's 4:45 right now. Should be an Alabama port around 5:10, maybe even a little bit earlier than that. Bayou La Batre about 5:21. Of course, it may not fully hold together as it crosses the bay. That's the thing with these pulse thunderstorms. They pulse up and they pulse back down, but they can also pulse back up after that. So it looks like it's pulsing down right now. So maybe kind of falling apart here as it goes over towards Bayou La Batre and Alabama Port, Conan area here after the 5 o'clock hour. So, but if you live in southern Mobile County, just be aware that there is a storm out there. Very well could give you some rain here, or maybe even a little bit of lightning and thunder in the next 30 minutes or so. And then we're also going to keep an eye on this one here to the north. And this one doesn't look like much, and for now it's not, but it may be able to grow a little bit. And after the 5 o'clock hour, maybe around 5:15, it'll be around Saraland and Pritchard in those areas here as this one continues to work its way. This one obviously really small at this point. If it doesn't grow much, it won't be much of a big deal, but you might have a quick passing downpour there. Once again, 2 main storms, one around Hurley that's moving out of our area. Then we got the one over Fairhope that seems to be weakening as it's crossing the bay. There is a marine warning out here in the bay, but there is no severe thunderstorm warning with this. And it is gusty outside, so we've got some really good winds off these. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up. Sometimes you can really see this on here if I fool with the sensitivity of the radar. Yeah, because it's pretty turned down low. There we are. Okay, good. Now I can actually see it. All right, so what am I looking at here? See these green lines that look like concentric circles coming out? We're right here, and I'm looking outside, and I can see it. That's the gust front off the front of this storm. That's what helps to cool you off. Even if you don't get the rain, that's a good 30, 40 mile an hour wind, about 30 miles an hour probably, coming out ahead of this storm. Right through there. Got concentric circle there. In fact, if I put this into motion, what you'll see it come out of the storm. See, it just shoots right out of the storm. That is the gust front that comes out of the front of the storm. And like I said, I could see right out our windows here at the station. The things blowing around. Chunchula's got one going through right now. It's headed up 45 and 43. Another gust front there from this part of the storm. This storm has also sent out a gust front. You can see it going past Wilmer now. And that's the one that's going up towards Chunchula. Also Grand Bay, you're getting a breeze. So we watch these two because sometimes what will happen, especially where these little gust fronts kind of collide, sometimes they'll spark off new storms because they provide some lift there. And so we'll see if that happens, especially where they collide. Sometimes they can break off on the regular part, but where they tend to collide, sometimes you can get new storms forming. So anyway, that's what's going on this afternoon. If you're checking in, I do appreciate it. I hope you've had yourself a good Saturday. Once again, isolated storms, but they're going through some of our most populated areas, and the way it works out sometimes, there's not very many across our entire area. I mean, I'll widen this thing out. That's it. Those two storms, basically, that's moving across Mobile Bay. Oh, we got a new one popping up over around 30A, right there. That's Sandestin area right here. So we got a new one popping up there that looks like it could work its way over into Destin and Fort Walton Beach area. So that one's popping up. Looks like another little one's trying to pop up just off near Baghdad and Milton, right over here on the Blackwater River. So we got a few other ones we'll keep an eye on. Some of these will pulse up. Some of them won't make it. So not a terribly active day, but there are some out there you could run into. And obviously, anytime you run into an afternoon thunderstorm here on the Gulf Coast in the summertime, briefly very heavy, a lot of lightning, a lot of rain, and then they just go, they usually just fall right apart. So that's what we're looking at out there today. I'll check back in with you in just a bit if we have anything else pop up. Once again, there's no warnings on land with any of this. There is a marine warning over Mobile Bay, but no warnings on land. So this is typical afternoon thunderstorm type of stuff. So just not a big deal. It's when you hear the lightning and thunder, or see the lightning, I guess, but when you hear the thunder and you know it's close by, stay inside for a little bit, let this thing pass. I hope you have yourselves a great afternoon. We'll be with you tonight. I'm almost certain to be checking back in here on Facebook and on our YouTube channel before too long, but if you don't catch that, you can catch us tonight on Fox 10 News at 9 p.m. Take care and bye now.